Topical Maps or Semantic Content Network. Today I'm joined with Pavel Klimakov, and we're going to be going through the differences between a semantic content network and a topical map. And my first question to you, Pavel, is if you're a business owner and you've got a new website, what should they be looking to place an order with? Would it be a topical map or would it be a semantic content network, and why?
The first thing that comes to a brand new site is a topical map. In a simple way, you can think about it as the overall plan for what the website should be presenting. Once we have the plan in place, then comes the second step, which is the actual content network.
So with regards to a semantic content network, what add-on, what difference is it? So like, I always kind of look at it as being a topical map's like the architectural drawing of a building, where the semantic content network goes deeper into the specifications of the products and the services of what might be needed. But I'm hearing there's quite a lot of people that have had a topical map being created, and then they're sat there like clueless with going, okay, I've got the plan, but now how do I implement this plan? In your opinion, if someone didn't know how to do the content briefs, would you recommend these webmasters and these business owners to go straight away with a full semantic content network and not just buying a topical map?
Not necessarily. I would say in an ideal scenario, let's say if a business owner doesn't really understand what is a topical map, it would be better for them to be a little bit, let's say, a part of the process of the topical map creation. Because in a simple way, let's just step back a little bit. The topical map is just the overall plan. If you are, let's say, a roofer or a dentist, you actually know your industry way better, and you know which services are more profitable for your end. So then it's a little bit an alignment between what you know and what people are searching for. So we want to create a kind of synergy here to match your expertise with the user behavior. And there will be cases where people know there's a thing for that, but they don't know how to say it. So they will be searching in very generic, vague terms, and that wouldn't sound professional. So the whole purpose here is to align these things so we can, let's say, match the uneducated users that are just aware of the problem, maybe not even directly about the core problem, maybe just symptoms around it. They don't know the actual service, the name of, let's say, your tools, or how your even profession might be called. So this is basically the fundamental principle to create this plan for the website. And then when it comes to the execution of that, in ideal scenario, let's say a real expert can also assist in some ways in this case as well, because the semantic content network, in a simpler way, without confusing terminology, it's just everything that we present on your website according to that plan that we just agreed on. And everything that we present over here, it's not just about words. It will include the images. It will include your photos of your work from before and after. The question now becomes, should we put it at the top of the page, at the bottom? On which page should we put it? If we have videos, how are we going to use them? And so on and so forth. So it's more like, overall, as a first step, we align your expertise with what people desire or where they have, let's say, pain points. And the second step, we actually take these components and present in a way that is easy for people who have this problem to understand. We also emphasize your expertise and then give extra proof on every point. If you're certificated, let's say, I don't know, lawyer, roofer, or a gun salesman, we need to present that. If you have a perfect case study from before and after, we need to present that in the most probable place where it will convince the users to subscribe or call you or basically get on board with your service. That's the main idea.
Yeah, so with regards to that, you've got your topical map, which is the plan of the whole overarching kind of website of who you are and what you do. But with regards to the semantic content network, obviously now you're saying that it includes like the content brief of like the macro content and the micro content, the images, the alt text you're going to be using, where the videos are going to be presented on what pages. In your opinion, how much longer does it take to create a semantic content network versus a topical map? And the reason why I'm asking that is because some people think that when they're looking to place an order for a topical map, they're thinking that they're getting a semantic content network, and it's only afterwards they're realizing it's just the outline of the plan. It's not an actual semantic content network what you're getting. How much longer from doing a topical map is it? Is it like 2 times longer, 3 times longer, 4 times longer? And I know the answer could be it depends, but I'm trying to make people aware that a semantic content network, there's so much more work involved in a semantic content network than there is actually just the outline of a topical map.
Yes, exactly. Let's say the topical map is a kind of simple, quick step. If a professional is doing it, there's enough resources. Let's say roughly in like a quick tempo production, it can be done maybe within 3, 4, 5 hours. Even for a very big website. If we're talking about local, smaller sites that are just serving one specific location, that's practically 1-2 hours of work, maybe 40 minutes. Again, depending how much and how quickly we can gather all the information. And this is just a kind of, how to say it, an outline for a book. We know which chapters and sections we're going to have. But the content network is now it's time to actually write the whole book. So of course, writing everything and then making sure that all of the sentences make sense and everything is in order and we didn't miss a kind of image or a kind of call to action. That takes 10 times, 20 times, 40 times more hours and more effort. And this is where things even sometimes might to be, let's say, considered or readjusted, because maybe we need to mention a specific service, but in certain cases, a company might not be providing that service. So there could be requirements to tweak these things in terms of how do we phrase it in a way that a client would be comfortable to actually publish these articles, not claiming that they do something where in reality they don't. So the time gap or the time difference is massive.
I've got another question here. I want to do a bit of a role play here, because there's the amount of people now on like freelancer kind of websites that are selling topical maps. The amount of people that are using like one-click AI, I can create your whole topical map. And some of these people now are believing, and these are actual not even like roofers, these are like marketing managers that are like, right, okay, I'm going to go and get this topical map and it's going to like solve all my problems. And they're not realizing that it's not a semantic content network. If someone goes and runs with what I would call an inferior topical map, and it's just really a list of keywords, which isn't really what a topical map is, there's a lot more to it than that, then, and someone wants to go and build that out, how detrimental could that be? And can it be reversed? So if someone wants to go and spend quite good money with a marketing agency, they get a topical map, they go and publish the content, how is it difficult to unravel it, or is it almost better to start completely from new than try to take over someone's bad initial creation of a topical map or semantic content network?
Let's say from the annoying type of tasks that an SEO has to handle, it's just easier to start over. But in the case of like, is it possible to reverse it? Let's say if there's a semi-strong branding at the very least, or the stronger it is, the easier or the more possible it is to reverse different things. Ultimately, I want to say my kind of mentality towards these things is that almost everything can be reversed. It's just a matter of time. And this is the bigger problem, that if it's going to take 2 years to reverse that, but we can just start from scratch and get everything done within a few months, it's just not worth it. So basically, something really can be damaged so badly that it's actually basically worth starting over.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's one of them where it comes down to return on investment. Like, are you going to put the time and the effort into fixing somebody else's, or is it better at times if someone's built you a house and it's built terrible, sometimes it's better just to knock it down and then go again than build on other people's mistakes. Anyway, Pavel, it's been an absolute pleasure with regards to the differences between a semantic content network and a topical map. anyone who's watching this, make sure you check out the links in the description. I go through it in detail, micro semantics, and how you write specific sentences with Pavel, and also how to create good quality content briefs. And actually, I found interesting the heading hierarchy, which headings go in the macro, which ones go in the micro, and the importance of that from an internal linking point of view. Pavel, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having you.
Thanks so much, James.